Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another bit of Shadow Empire. In previous episode we managed to make quite a few pockets on the eastern front here. Well, we've got one pocket over there. This one's almost formed. We do have a bit of troops here that could potentially try to attack this pocket, but it's probably best for us to wait another round. I mean, they are... most of them are out of supplies, but this one is not yet. It still has full supply, so that one's probably dug in well and all that, so not going to attack there right now. What we could do, though, is start clearing out a little bit of the road network in here and all that. At least trying to push back some of these tanks, which shouldn't be too big of an issue, I think. Let's give it a try. Which one? I think you can probably attack here. Should be able to deal some damage. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a double kill right there. So that's one dealt with. And then I suppose I could actually use both of these to clear out the coastal road as well. There we go, as we push that one back as well. There we go. So one of the things that was pointed to me in the comments, or there was a question about why haven't I been using the political points and the fate points, is mostly because I've been focusing so much on the war that I haven't really paid too much attention in here. But there are a few things that we might want to actually do, and one of those is the... Well, I've done a bit of recycling of cards now, and if you go for the scrap mode, you can actually craft stratagems. They cost more and more scrap points, but we've got a lot since we haven't been using a lot of the cards, so a lot of the new cards, all the extra cards are automatically scrapped. So I'm going to use the Ancient Depot. That's going to give us 3 uncommon artifacts. So artifacts are like cards that you can play. Usually they give like a building or something. So let's see, what do we get from here? Energy Lands, that is a unit thing. Gravimetric Shield is a unit thing. Dopamine, I don't know, actually, is that... That might not be a unit thing. I think that might be a leader thing, actually. Yeah. Small metal patch that can give a dopamine boost to its wearer. So it's a plus 20 bonus on his or her war stat. And that's not too bad, actually. You know what, I could probably give that to the commander of the 1st Armored Brigade.
Yes, sir.
And then I believe we got the... Right, the other 2 were for the units. Let's go ahead and do that again. We've got another one of those. Ancient Depot is another 5 fate points. We've got quite a bit of them. Energy Lands, Gravimetric Shield, so it's just the same thing. Okay. We're going to go for the Ancient Archive as well to get a new tech. It's a binary tech, but let's see what we get. War Soul Recomposition. Okay, not necessarily the best. But I suppose if we have a look at the tech tree now, it's over there, right. So it didn't really unlock any new areas either. Unless there's something that is dependent on that. Which I'm kind of doubting, but I suppose it's possible. But I suppose another thing that I could do is start giving the gravimetric shield. So is this something that can be used... Can be played on non-HQ units? Okay, so if we were to focus, for example, the 1st heavy tank... Well, I suppose it's easy to find those on the map, isn't it? There's a metal head, so if we give this one gravimetric shield... There's a protection from incoming fire, or... If we give the energy lands in there,
Yes, sir.
that would probably be pretty darn good. It gives 200 extra attack points when used against motorized or armored targets, including walkers. Oh, okay. If we give the shield as well, just to check what that gives. 508 points. For the troops that is embedded with. Okay. Pretty decent. Because we could also give the Syndic Priest in here. Not that we necessarily need it too badly there, but might as well utilize them. Where did we have the 2nd heavy tank unit in here? I know that we got another one here somewhere. So let's give the shield and the energy lands over here as well. So these will be basically breaking through anything and everything. And not probably going to take a lot of hit from the enemy either. So that's going to be quite nice. We did clear out the roads there. Let's have a look at the other areas. So I know that in the southern front we could do a bit more fighting. Namely, we could go ahead and start clearing out of this thing. I'm going to use both of these units actually to destroy them faster. Well, that was actually rather quick. In one round we won. And now that is surrounded. I'm going to... Well, actually, I don't think I can move this back anymore. But we could try to clear out the artillery.
Open fire! Open fire!
At least they are retreating. Let's send the infantry to attack there as well. I think since we push them back and all that, I don't think they're in a good shape, so we might be able to destroy them, or at least keep on pushing them further. Well, we push them back. a little bit further. I'm going to move the tanks down here. I'm going to move actually, these flak guns should probably be over here. I think this area... Well, there's some airfield over there, actually. So that's a little bit concerning. But now we got all of this around it, at least. I'm going to probably bring in the flak guns over here closer, so we at least control all of this. They got a new Supreme Headquarters in here. And they got some tanks, some flak guns, some infantry and all that. They should be fairly low on readiness and all that. So I think in a round or two we should be fine. I removed a little bit of the road there already, so that's something I don't need to worry about. One of the things that I could perhaps do is do another air attack with these. And the question is, we don't have a lot of targets. We could do an airstrike on the city itself, I guess. With the flak guns in there, so we might take a bit of losses, but we might also inflict some casualties for the enemy. So it's a risk I'm willing to take. Okay, no kills, but a few hits at least. About 11 hits total. So the readiness should be dropping even further, and that gave us a bit more recon, so we can know a little bit more about the morals and all that. So they are not really doing all that strong in there, admittedly. We've got 3 infantry and the tanks that could be attacking there, but I'm going to wait at least one more round to reduce their strength a little bit further. Then over here, they must have some troops over there, I think. And one over here, so we could try pushing some of these. Well, do we have... We've got the Apaches, but they're not really good to go quite yet. We've got the Cooper... Well, we got the armored cars in there and some infantry. Technically speaking, they do get, what, minus 50% for the defense, so the Leopard 3s that they have in here would be reducing their defense, especially against soft targets, quite a bit. Well, I suppose that's the hit points, but yeah, the defense should be going down, so the damage that we'd be dealing with the infantry, if we were to attack, would be quite a bit higher. Now, we do have 2 of these battalions over here that do not have the... or are not within the range of the HQ anymore, but I think bringing the HQ over here in the north was still a good idea, just because we do need a bit more strength in there. And I believe we did already do the fighting in here, partially at least. Yeah, the tanks have done their fighting. These cannot attack either one of these or either one of those right now. And the armored car has moved, so I think that area is covered. Was there a... Oh yeah, there was another landing here, but we did already move. And then this area is... well, I mean, we could probably try to push it a bit further, but I don't really want to push too far in yet. And also, one of the things that, if we have a look at the strategic map, actually, it's probably going to be a bit easier to see, is... Badenburg isn't really expanding, or Bruderland isn't really expanding too much. So if you were to cut north from Taz and clear out all of that, that'd be probably another, I don't know, maybe 5% of the planet. Of the surface area, anyway. We can also see that the Athenian commune has started expanding in detail. Hold on a minute. Okay, that is Mancham. They got a little bit over there, and that one. And I suppose Athenian commune has started colonizing an island over here. And of course there's Hochstein over here to our east, but they don't have anything else than this, well, the rest of this side of the continent, I guess. Then Tomonis has the western side, or stuff to our west, but that's about it. And then there's quite a bit of non-aligned stuff in here still. Oh, is that? Oh, right, that's another territory there, okay. But, well, I suppose, yeah, we did meet those briefly. But yeah, there's 3 minor territories over here in the northeast. 1 in the west. And I think that's... Well, of course, there's Anconio territory as well, but that's down to 4 hexes now. So I don't think those are going to be too big of an issue. But let's get to the next round, shall we? We've been waffling about for quite a bit now. Oh, there's oh, we lost a bit of trimmer guns there, but we did also shoot down some of their planes. Lost... Oh, they managed to capture that thing. Oh, I suppose we did try to attack them. And our troops aren't necessarily in the best shape right now there afterwards. I don't know if they'll be going into the city, though. And in the instant from they're trying to break out. They lost some troops, some infantry. They are... Well, we didn't clear out this pocket entirely. They're bringing in a lot more troops. There's a bit of an airstrike coming in. We do not have the flak guns within reach right now, so I can't for some reason see the actual results of that battle. Okay, yeah, no, there wasn't any damage in there. Oh wow, they just pushed all the way through there. They should be quite low in manpower on a lot of those units, though, the Ancona territory, so I don't think they'll be doing too much of an issue. I mean, you know, they will still cause some mayhem in there every now and then, but that's about it. So we killed the 300 infantry in the eastern front. We killed 10 guns and 10 high-altitude planes, and we lost 10 guns and 10 tanks. So I guess the 10 tanks were in the eastern front as well, and the guns were over here. Oh, no, it was the APC that we lost as well. Okay, well, we can get these back into the crossroad. I'm going to send in... which one is it? This one's going to get in here. Okay, we did not cut off the supply line completely, but it's causing a bit of issues for the enemy at least. We do have the all-rounders and blockers and all that in here. We could try attacking into this area. It's low mountains, so it would be really low attack values for us though. Admittedly, I don't see the planes in here at least, so that's good. But I think right now what I should be doing with my planes is doing an air... Well, actually, let's first have a look at the decisions. Yeah, we're going to hire a candidate. Policy speech, civilization level to 8.35. I don't know what we have right now. And for some reason, it's not showing me the tooltip. Sometimes this just breaks. Oh, there we go. From 8.22 to 8.35. I mean, it's probably possible. Quality of life of zones at least 91 from our current 87. So that wouldn't be too bad either. Number of leaders goes up to... Well, we just hired someone, so we could probably easily take that one and just hire someone new. Model design, no, we're not going to change the priorities. Talent recruitment drive. This is already deep. We won't stop them, just to keep the relations with them up. So that's another 10 relations. It's a talent drive, so they're not recruiting the population itself, at least. And Odense is expanding. Yeah, I suppose we can reduce the relations there. We need to appoint a governor for Albertus. I did hire some new people between the... or before this episode. But that seems to be a pretty good one. Of Jordan.
Affirmative.
And then Mindshine offers a small present. Mindshine, so that's the one that is on the islands mostly. I'd say it's good that they want to improve relations with us. Mindshine admittedly is quite small terrain-wise, so I don't know if it's going to have that much of an impact. Let's go ahead and do the air attack in here. They did not send any planes to intercept us. Unfortunately, we didn't have all that many rounds of combat on us, or in us either. I'm going to move this one in. I could try attacking with the tanks. It's a bit risky, though. Mostly artillery in here, though, so maybe we can pull it off. I'm going to give it a try. It's probably going to be a disaster. We'll give it a try regardless. Not getting any hits. Okay, we got one, but yeah, that's not really enough. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. And we failed to cut off that. I mean, they got a lot of stuff in here. I don't know what these are, actually. We don't have the intel for that. I could potentially move these forward. Right, so we got the truck station and Crawler Industries that is currently damaged. And we were building stuff in there, but that, of course, got cancelled. And we can't start building it again, not right now, anyway. At least we do have the railhead in there. We do need a lot of ammunition by the looks of it, so let's fix that first things first. And let's have a look at the northern area. So we'll go clockwise this time. Ah, so there's the unit. We could probably move this one north. And then send these two south. I could try attacking it, but it's going to be a bit risky. Of course, I could just send someone there. You know, still don't have the intel for that. Well, that's a bit of a shame. But what we could do is clear out this one first. Ooh, there we go. That's some good hits there. So that's 500, 600 enemies actually killed there. And then we're going to attack this one as well.
Send in the cavalry.
There's already... Yeah, that's another 500. So, according to what we have intel on there, there's still at least 600. You know, that's not too bad. Move this one in. You can move in here. I think the tanks... Actually, I'm going to use these two to clear out the enemy in the mountain here. I think we'll be able to... Oh, yeah, there we go. They panicked and got destroyed. And then if we attack in here, I suppose I could actually attack with all of these.
Open fire.
If we can destroy all of these units, I don't think... Oh, there we go. They surrendered. So, that leaves them with 2 places where they have units. In which case, the metalheads... At this stage, I'm going to start sending the metalheads back, maybe to the western front now. I think that is where it's needed the most. The machine gunners, I'm going to keep it back for the time being. The militias can move around a little bit. And the recon could probably start to clearing out a bit more territory here. So I think if we got Taz over here, we could probably quite easily have some sort of city over here. And that would, well, I don't know if we want to build a city in the desert. We might want to at some point. But yeah, we at least sort of stop the advance there. Let's have a look at the, well, the peninsula over here. We know that there is someone right about there. It's only the slow sea worms though, so these aren't really that difficult enemies. Should be able to inflict a decent bit of catalyst. Well, yeah, there was a double kill, and oh yeah, there's 500, and we pushed them back into the sea. There we go, so we are at least keeping that at bay. There might be a little bit movement in there, but right now the situation in Unsung is at least stable. And then let's have a look at the eastern front. So they've brought in a lot more tanks into this area specifically. I'm going to bring in the AA guns closer. Oh, right, we need to get the reinforcements. Well, actually, we do have armor, but we need armored transport. That's the one that we lost. And then we also need the anti-tank gun. Okay, one of the trimmer gun 3s. I think getting a new anti-tank gun would be a smart idea as well with the laser guns. So now with the metal... Oh, right, are these... Oh, yeah, the readiness is reduced a lot. They don't have a lot of stuff in there, so I think at this stage... I'm going to use a lot of the infantry, not necessarily all of it. We're going to send the... Well, maybe we'll send a bit of tanks, just to be on the safe side. We should be dealing quite a good damage here. There's at least... Yeah, no. They did not kill any troops from us, I don't think. And quite a few of our units got a decent bit of kills there. There we go. So that's one section cleared out. If I use both of my tanks, I might be able to push these out now.
Open fire! Run!
Oh, well, we did not actually clear that out. Okay, well, in the meanwhile, we've got more tanks over here. There's more dragons. I'm going to move these along here, just to sort of move along with the road for the time being. The flak guns do need to move a little bit forward. These actually, well, these are the barriers. They can stay there for the time being. These flak guns will start moving forward. We've got a few tanks over here. I'm going to let those rest. We've got the bikers that we can move forward. We've got another flak gun set over here. I guess these could move forward. We've got the rocket organs. Oh, actually, that's one of the things that we could do. Let's do a range attack on this thing with both of these units. They should be a bit low on supplies at least. Well, we got one kill and an extra hit somewhere, but that's about it. So not exactly what I was hoping for. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the 10, or rather 100 tanks and attack the enemies along the coast there. Well, that's 40 kills. It's not too bad. Oh, we could actually attack with this one to the south. I don't know if we'd be able to clear that, maybe. We only have a very limited amount of action points, but we did actually win there. We killed another 10 tanks, so there we go. We're getting some ground there. I'm going to move in the artillery group over here as well. We've got the flak guns nearby. We've got a lot of planes available as well. I suppose one of the things that I could do is do an air attack, not with the fighters necessarily, but the tactical bombers. Oh, you don't have the range for that. Well, the Ravens do. I can send the Ravens and the Wizards perhaps over here. Well, there we go. That's 10 guns at least destroyed. Unfortunately, they're going to be using all the action points now for doing bombing on nothing. Because a lot of these got to safety. Well, at least we got another 10 guns out of there, so that's good. I could do a range attack then, but I think right now we're just going to dig in. Not going to worry about that too much. We could maybe start sending in some more RPGs down this way. And any more infantry that could move? I mean, these could move along the road, I guess. Get some more flak guns on the road as well. So the supply issues might be causing... also, let's just say that there is a bit of supply issues in here right now that we're trying to sort out, I guess. Is that because... I mean, there's plenty of stuff coming in here, but that's just a supply depot. Is there a... There's a truck station in here, yes. And there's a road going. I suppose one of the things that I could do is just extend the railway up to here. Put in a railhead or something, and then we could start bringing the supplies along the coastline here a bit easier. That might be quite useful. But also, this place is probably... it's one of these places is probably going to be becoming the new city over here. Rio would probably be a pretty good one. You'd still be able to get a Corona over here to be part of it and all that. Speaking of which, though, right, there's a truck station underway there. Okay. There's a bit of supply issues in that gap as well. I mean, there's not a lot of extra available, let's just say. I think one of the things that I should do, though, is start sending a bit more population to Taz. I mean, there is a bit of workers extra in there. I'm going to send some more population there regardless. Extra 200, I think. I'm going to send another 200 to Hidden Village. Well, the Hidden Village... Well, yeah, we can send 200 workers there. And the remaining 200 could probably go to Albertus as workers. Still not doing too strong in terms of the stuff in here. I mean, there's a lot of openings right now. Not much workers. So we've got the headquarters moving forward. I suppose this one could move forward as well. So is this one... This is the machine guns. Okay. They got a road going through here and a road going around that way. So I guess they got at least 2 approaches over the mountains. There might be also another one in the south. I don't see a road going in there, so I don't know. I do see that this is... Spitzberg, and this is another area. Because we've got a bit more... so Spitzberg must be somewhere over here, most likely. So there's a lot of tanks in here. I do wonder if I should try to destroy them with the metalheads, especially. If we send the tanks, we might be able to do quite a bit of damage, let's just say. You could say that, yes.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, there's one tank that has both the energy lance and gravimetric shield. Okay. Well, we killed 20 tanks and 200 infantry. I think that's good enough. We push them back. So that means that we can actually just move in here now. Does mean that the flak guns are actually a little bit out of range. Not exactly ideal in that regard, but oh well. That's how it is. I do wonder now, if we push them back already, well, there's still a decent bit of infantry in there, but that one's the one that was in here already. This is the one that will call pushed back. No, well, I could move in the metalheads to the front. I could move these metalheads forward as well, actually. We've got a few all-rounders. I'm going to let those rest for a few moments, and then we're going to move in a bit of machine gunners closer. I guess we'll start moving the headquarters closer as well, keep them sort of approaching. Okay, so I think the eastern front is now more... Well, I suppose actually there is one more infantry that we can move forward. Soon enough, we could probably use this infantry to clear out the mountains. And then push back the stuff from there. I mean, they are definitely reeling with all this, well, bad things happening to them, let's put it that way. And the supply situation over here is going to be rough because we're cutting off the supplies. I mean, they will probably get a little bit in, but not a lot, mind you. Let's have a look at the southern front next. So we've encircled this thing. The readiness should be fairly low. We've got the anti-tank guns that we could move closer. I don't know if we should move it over there, though. Or bring it over here to help clear out the city. But we've got a lot of things in there. I don't think we need to worry about that one too much. Let's move the infantry to the flank there. So they got the manpads and a bit of artillery on the mountains. Unfortunately, we can't quite attack there, but there's... Oh! Redon, so this is a new city. Oh, they moved the city from here to there. Okay. And they abandoned that one. They got a bit of bisons on there. I suppose what we could do is we could do another air attack with the helicopters in here. I'm going to send in both the groups. They didn't send any interceptors, so we should be able to deal at least a few hits. Oh, there we go. We killed 10 tanks. There we go. So that's down to 20 now. They've still got to hold the line, but the readiness is basically nothing. I'm actually thinking that maybe I could just take some of these infantry and destroy them over there. Defense modifier, well, it's minus 25 only, actually. They don't have any entrenchment, of course. But we might not be quite ready to push them back all the way, at least. Then in the north, we tried to do the attack already in there. We did retake the town. I mean, there wasn't anyone in there, admittedly. They did spend some of their entrenchment, actually, for that. Now that I think of it. Go ahead and attack with these two, at least. The other two infantry will have to defend for the time being. I wonder if we can actually deal any damage. I mean, at least the entrenchment is a lot less now. No, we did not deal any damage. We did get, well, on 2 hits, actually. So they got a lot more hits than us, as a matter of fact. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. So radiation cleansing is going to be done fairly shortly. Robotic soldier is not too far off. Automated turret is 62% already as well, so that's come along quite nicely. Fuel mix optimization is already 23%, so that does mean that we produce a lot more fuel. Well, a decent bit more fuel. Not necessarily massive, but it does help. And then VTOL turbojet engine is at 19%. I suppose one of the things that I could do, once again, is start recruiting some more troops to defend the towns. I mean, we've got the Hawks over here still. I could probably move these closer. Or I could... No, that's probably not going to be close enough. I guess I could move it in there. But at that point, it might be time to build a bit of a railroad into there. Costs a lot of metal, among other things. And then we'll go ahead and build up the railhead in there, just so that we can get a little bit more supplies flowing through. And I believe we've got the truck station built in here, so that's also going to allow us to save a lot of logistical points on trying to pick up stuff from there at the previous railway. And now we can just, you know, pick it up from here and deliver it forward. So there's a bit less traffic going backwards. Which in the end it will probably be quite useful. And we got the Recon Squadron. I suppose I could actually move these closer now. And then we got the Apaches. We're going to move those closer. And the Hueys could probably move closer as well. Technically speaking, we could probably do an air attack with these. Let's see, what do we have? That's the Recon. That's the Apaches. There's, I think one of these is... Is it that one? Might be. Yeah, these were the Hawks. Oh, there we go. Well, we get 20 tanks. So what they have in here is starting to be in bad shape and low in numbers. So the amount of troops that we are destroying from them is definitely starting to pile up quite nicely. Which is a good thing, of course. So how's the victory overview right now? We got 23.8. We got 24% of the population now, so that's good. And 23.6 of the planet. So I guess it takes it like roughly somewhere in the middle of these two. Okay, well, we got decent situation overall. We're still quite a bit behind Athena and Commune, but they've got a lot better or a lot safer location, let's just say, because they've only had, well, they've had one war going on in the, well, it's probably easier if we have a look at the strategic map. So they had one war going in here somewhere. They actually, there's a little bit of stuff in there still. But yeah, like, they've got a fairly safe... I mean, there's a lot of sea zones, of course, to worry about, but, like, they've got a... basically entire peninsula for themselves, or, like, a corner of the continent for themselves. So that does help. And then there's some of these minor territories that are kind of blocking their advance to the west. For the time being, anyway. Anyway, let's get to the next round, shall we? There's another airstrike on the middle. At least the flat guns are still there. Or the center of the northwestern front. They are bringing a bit more troops in the eastern front, but it's not really that many attacks yet, at least. But I suppose we're still inflicting quite a bit of casualties, and now the tank concentration on the front line, since we are in the Narrows, essentially, it's pretty rough on their side, let's just say. On our side, it's quite fine. No losses, no kills. Alright, that's good. Oh, the contract is expiring. Okay, we need to probably redo that. Radiation cleansing completed. And that is the automated turret that we just completed. Right, apparently we need to get more... Oh, right, we do need to get more leaders. Right, well, we've got some of these... well, we've got the civilian we could recruit, a military we could recruit, or we got some of these... let's see, Logical Guard. Junior Logical Guard has been convinced to join us. Sure. I don't know how good that is, actually. We'll give it a go, at least. So now we should have enough of the leaders required. Celebration have to be organized. Oh. Okay, so we need a party. Orchestra. Or we could pay them to compose a great symphony in honor of the Zhate Paradise. Yeah, we could allocate it for a symphony, I think. That's going to make everyone like me. Meritocracy is going to increase a lot as well, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Internet with democratic activists. So this is the commander of 11th Grenadier Infantry Brigade. I'm going to reverse the actions of the leader. It is -16 for the relations, though. And industrial robotization, I guess, is going to be the next order of business. And now we need to design a new thing. Now, we did get the new transport helicopters already. We've got the automated turrets. I suppose one of the things that I could do is now get the new anti-tank gun. Question is, of course, do I go for... I suppose we could just make a trimmer gun for Wait, no, hold on a minute. It doesn't have the laser gun. Right, okay. We could just make it bigger, of course. But maybe not that one then. So one of the things that I haven't done is no, it's probably a light helicopter actually. Is upgrade Hueys again. The Zhate bomber. You can probably keep the medium rotor engine. And since the fuel efficiency and all that is better, the 800 liter should be still plenty. We can still keep the high-speed heavy machine gun in there. And then we got the very small rockets, which isn't probably the worst. So we'll keep that one. And no cargo space. There's 10 hexes range. I mean, that's not too bad. It's got okay speed. I suppose the effective, or the damage and all that is not going to be that much increase, but the slightly increased range is always welcome. Independent lab discovered in Spockmania. We'll ask the scientists to work for us. It's 100 research bonus points every round.
Yes, sir.
So that's pretty decent. Minor worker striking Kazoo Raptor. 5 to 10%, or 5 to 20%, sorry, not 5 to 10%. Do we have any demands to increase autocracy or anything like that? What do we have? So we need to increase the production point production. Well, that's not going to be increasing enough. Enforcement to 60. Let's have a look. Enforcement... Oh, it's only 49, okay. Civilization level needs to go up. I mean, that's something that we could probably close or get higher. And then the leaders. So, yeah, no, other than the enforcement, we don't really have too much. I suppose I could give in to some of the demands. We did just give... or get some money again. Major worker strike in debt. Oh, that is a large one. Okay.
Aye, aye, sir.
We'll give in to that demand, I guess. And maritime trade house expansion quarrels. I guess we'll support the calls. There we go. But with that, we're definitely out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.